and then access the bed so that nothing spawns on me. There we go. Now I have the capacity of checking on the farm here, and as you can see, this wheat is not fully grown. This kelp, not fully grown. I've gone through a stack of kelp blocks in the time I waited for this kelp to grow this much. Now, that is not a fair comparison, I should point out, because the kelp is not growing specifically because it is not within range for it to grow when I am down in the mine. The mine is too far south for the kelp to actually receive the random tick updates that it needs for the kelp to grow. Therefore, it's not a very fair comparison. However, it is a decent comparison because it points out that the kelp is, it gives me the opportunity to bring up that the kelp is very laggy. It will cause a lot of system lag because the kelp is an animated block. We don't need custom hitboxes on kelp. Therefore, no one's really interested in custom hitboxes on kelp. Kelp is hard enough to harvest as it is, because to harvest it in large quantities, you basically have to do something like I'm doing here, where you're just basically harvesting an entire chunk of kelp simultaneously. And yeah, it takes a while. Now, I could use a flying machine, or technically a submersible flying machine. I could do that. That is an option. I have thought about that option, but the problem is more along the lines that I need some way to collect all of this material. I need to have something that's going to, A, make sure that the flying machine that is passing through this entire section, I need to make sure that that flying machine is not going to remove the water sources. I could have it where there's just like a wall, basically. It doesn't need to be a wall, but I could have a dual flying machine set up where it will sweep across the surface to push the items, and that will allow it to collect all of the items to one location. Like, it'll sweep across and push all of the items into this block, and then it'll stop, and then like one will fly across this way and push them all into this corner, and then it'll stop, and then like I can make it where where it gets collected, and then like I can have this block retract, for example, and then that will cause the water to flow this way, and it can flow into a hopper, and that will auto collect all of the kelp. But I would need to have that on a separate timer, because I want to make sure that the kelp has time to float to the surface, because I'm going to have to do that in 2 corners of the farm, because because I have to account for both directions. I have to account for, when it sweeps by the first time, it will stay locked in place like that, yes, but like basically it's just going to constantly be flowing back and forth, and you know, this will have a delay, which will basically be making use of inverted circuits to extend the to extend the duration of the pulse. But it will it'll make use of pulse extenders and stuff like that. But it's not going to be something really all that amazing. Like, yes, sometimes kelp will grow really fast, and sometimes it grows really slow. Most of the time it grows really slow, as we can see here. But it grows at a decent rate, and, it grows fast enough that it is a good fuel source. But at the same time, I don't have the setup required for full-on automation of an industrial-sized kelp farm. I just don't have the materials for that yet. I have a kelp farm, yes. I could probably make a zero-tick kelp farm, yes. But I don't really, for the zero-tick kelp farm, the problem is recording it, first of all. The majority of a zero-tick farm is basically the equivalent of just waiting a really long period of time, which, I've demonstrated that I have enough survival skills. Therefore, it's not really cheating, it's just accelerating the amount of kelp that I would get. It's not an intended mechanic of Minecraft, probably, but I do have enough food, quite obviously, to survive long enough to grow all of the kelp that I would get from a zero-tick kelp farm. Same for a sugarcane farm. I could do the same for a sugarcane farm. I could do a zero-tick sugarcane farm. I could turn this into a zero-tick kelp farm, actually. I probably want to, but that's beside the point. Okay, now I want to split this into that. Oh, I wanted that. Oh, this was still going through the previous stuff as well. Okay. Well, in that case, let me just make sure that all of these spaces are properly filtered, because I know that can sometimes glitch out if it's not done properly. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Right. Because I pulled out all the fuel. Now I want to grab all of this kelp. And why not? I'll grab the kelp blocks as well. Dried kelp blocks. There we go. Quickly craft those up. That actually consumed all of the dried kelp that was there. Let's get started on processing more kelp because we have plenty of kelp at this point. Like plenty of kelp. Therefore, we really should make sure to, start processing the kelp. We're using a smoker for this because, well, it just makes sense. I am loving the amount of experience I get from this. Like, I understand it's a reduced amount compared to the furnace, but like, being able to just very easily get to any level that I need is very handy. Now, I believe I will have my character go and make use of the nearby village. Yeah. Additionally, I need some trees. I also need some... Well, I need some apiaries, basically. I need bees. We have our lovely axolotl here. Right, I was depositing the leads and the torches. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. Yeah, I'll just let that flow. I want to withdraw the shears as well, because what good is running around with the pumpkins if I don't have the shears? I want to additionally gather up the materials which are supposed to be stored here. I'm going to need to gather those materials. These goats are annoying. Hi, pig. Where to set up? I think I want to set up right here for now. This will provide enough of a space for me to make use of my quantities of pumpkins. I want to make sure that I use a lot of light in my build, because if I don't, then I will have a bunch of monsters spawning on me all the time. And that's not very fun. Yeah. Now I get to have my, here, let me put that away, my pumpkins very easily all nice and neatly carved up. And this will allow me to very easily make use of more lanterns. As I mentioned, these can be worn as a helmet. However, that means that you will not be wearing a helmet if you are wearing one of these, which is kind of unfortunate because, you're probably going to want to wear one of these as a helmet when you go to face the Ender Dragon for the first time, because you'll need to clear out all of the Endermen. And that requires using water, and then you have to go and, basically kill off all of the Endermen that are infesting the island that the End Dragon is on, and then you have to, you got to use pressure plates or buttons or torches or something to prevent them all from spawning. Or perhaps if you're skilled enough, you could maybe use a mob switch where you have all of the Endermen trapped on an island within render distance. That would possibly work. However, that has limited use on how functional that actually gets, because then, if the End Dragon decides to fly out that way, anything you built out there is just going to get deleted, and that's just kind of sad. And it's first of all, that's why you don't spawn the End Dragon in Overworld, because he'll just start going through your entire base, and it would be so much worse than the Wither. It really is. I've done it before. Let's see. I wanted today's episode to be about just going out and going to a village, and then going from a village to an end portal, and getting all of that done and out of the way and over with. And the problem with that is that in order to do that, I would need to travel about 1,500 blocks north. And where is the minecart? There's the minecart. Why did the minecart stop? It's got 9 pumpkins in it. Oh my. Just harvested again, too. Yeah, so this thing is going to take a little bit to empty. Apparently it's been sitting there for a while, and every time it does a lap, it deposits all the pumpkins that it has. not all the pumpkins. It deposits 1 pumpkin per hopper because it's just going so ungodly fast. Because it's just activator rails all the way. You know. But yeah, the pumpkin farm's doing really well. But you can see now what the problem with the pumpkin farm's current location is, and it will always get stuck on that specific section. And if it doesn't get stuck, it will accidentally kind of, what's the word? Vanish? It will cease to exist for whatever reason. And that is because it is sitting on a chunk boundary. The chunk boundary is kind of something important to note when you're building something with redstone, especially when the thing has a minecart. You really want to look out for where your chunk boundaries are. Observers are another good example. The reason why I have 2 observers on this kelp farm is because there's 1 in each chunk boundary, and the redstone wiring only crosses twice. And both times it is once at the top, once at the bottom. And the only reason that the wiring crosses is specifically because it needs to detect when any of the kelp has reached that maximum height, and then it needs to, from there, send the signal down and fire all of the pistons on the bottom row in order to harvest the entirety of the kelp. Those are the only 2 times that the signal crosses. So that's pretty awesome. Now, you can see here that the kelp is growing at a decent rate. You know, we haven't been recording too long, and the kelp is definitely recording at a decent rate here. But it's not really enough to keep up with running 2 to 3 furnaces, 2 to 3 furnaces plus the smoker plus the blast furnace plus any more furnaces we might want to run. It's quite limited in how much use I can get out of kelp, because there's just a limit to how much kelp I can grow. I tried sharing my screen on Discord, and I was like, and here's my kelp farm, my little pond of kelp. And he told me that my frame rate had dropped to like next to nothing. And it's like, well, let me try harvesting the kelp. And he was amazed at how much my frame rate improved after I harvested the kelp. He was like, wow, what'd you do? I said, I harvested the kelp. I broke all the kelp down to the usual height of, minimum, the height of 1. And then, my frame rate improved because of that. He was amazed. It's like, well, you're not very, you're not very studied on how this works, are you? I thought you were supposed to be smart on this, man. Come on. Like, they should have taught him that one at his job. He works in the military. Therefore, no comment on that. But, you know, he manages to do all of this stuff, and yet he was surprised to learn that you can just kind of, you know, YOLO the the objective, basically. Yeah, we're just chugging through all of this kelp. Choo-choo. Now I can put that back into there. Yeah. I have thoroughly checked on the farms up here now. Now I can go all the way back down to the bottom here. Another thing that I plan to make use of is the you know, other than making use of, quite obviously, the massive quantities of experience that I am getting from the furnace, other than making use of that, I am excited about making use of the lanterns, because, oh my god, it is so much easier to craft these lanterns now. You know, I used to have to click for each and every one. It took forever. It took so long. It really did. And now it just crafts so fast. I can't even count that fast. It's so fast. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I do need some more torches. Just a few more. I'll do it in this menu, actually. Then this one. There we go. Now I can put this back in my offhand. Oh, this is about to lose its durability. Do I have another helmet? I don't quite have another helmet. I have a diamond helmet, but I don't want to wear the diamond helmet just yet. I'll deal with that when I get to it. For now, I think I want to run all the way over here with these torches, with these lanterns. Sorry, not torches. I want to run all the way over here with these lanterns, and actually, no, I want to start over here. I want to start filling in these lanterns on this redstone line, like around the redstone line, because I want to make sure that the you know, the path for returning is going to remain clear of enemies. You know, I'm not currently preventing slime spawns, but I am preventing zombies, I'm preventing spiders, I'm preventing cave spiders, I'm preventing silverfish, I'm preventing I think I'm preventing illager patrols, but that's mostly just because I don't think I have any grass anywhere around, at least not down here. I could bring grass down here, but I don't really want to. Yeah, now I know exactly where I am. there is plenty of other things I could have done with these lanterns. Okay, that's annoying and rude. There we go. He interrupted. Now, where was I? Yeah, there are lots of other things I could have done with these lanterns. I didn't need to use all of these lanterns to light up this place, you know. Yeah, like there is a lot of things I could have done different, a lot of things I could have done better, a lot of things I could have just done with all of this material, but I didn't. You know why? The reason why is because I felt that the lanterns would be put to use a lot better if they were used in the construction of a build that did not require excessive amounts of planning. You know, I didn't need a lot of extra steps in the build. I just wanted something simple, and therefore I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to use these torches, I'm going to use them somewhere that I'm going to make use of, like what they are actually doing. I'm going to use them in a high priority location, such as right here. You know, this is a high priority location because this is, you know, the staircase that is beside the base, like the whole way. This staircase runs all the way up. This minecart track will take me all the way to the surface. You know, which reminds me, I actually do need to retrieve the minecart. I did retrieve it, right? No, I did not. Okay. Yeah, I need to retrieve the minecart. Came all this way, and I didn't even have the minecart on me. I think that puppy dog is downstairs. I think that's why I can hear him so well. Apologies about the puppy dog. I don't really know what to do about that. I would need soundproofing or something. Didn't I want a barrel for something recently? There was something I wanted a barrel for. Oh, right. I wanted to make hoppers. I need more iron than that. I need a barrel. I need storage chests because you can't use a barrel to make a hopper. I need ingots. Make a stack. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now I return the ingots to their block form. I can then deposit the iron as well as the storage chests. Now I can retrieve the barrels from my inventory. I can take the minecart, deploy the minecart, hop in the minecart, start moving, and the minecart does the rest. Now I want to actually have barrels already primed for this, but I have barrel there, hopper going into the barrel, hopper going into the hopper, hopper going into the hopper, and then I want to retrieve the minecart. For some reason, this hopper is listed as spawnable. That is fascinating. That should not be. Is it because this is covered? No. Huh. Well, that is weird. That's so strange. Okay. I guess that's a thing. Let me go deposit these barrels and grab a torch. Oh, I have torches. I gotta lit it up right now. Yeah. I might need to turn down my sensitivity settings again, but I do need to deposit the barrel. 26 barrels. That's a lot. Ride the minecart. Hop in the minecart. Grab my torch. I guess I'll just have to, light it with a torch just to make sure nothing spawns on it. I mean, it's technically a redstone component, so nothing should spawn on it anyways, but just to be sure, it should not have its effectiveness diminished, as we can see here. Yeah, it still functions just like normal. However, I am actually on the wrong side of this mine. The foundation where I'm working on is on like the other side of the mine. Therefore, I have to actually go all the way to the other side. Do a transfer here. This should be fun. I'm basically playing chicken with all of these monsters. All of these slimes. Oh no, whatever shall I do? There be a cactus ahead. Well, you're in a minecart. Use the minecart. Hey, it worked. Well, of course it worked. Why wouldn't it work? It's literally what it's built for. Why wouldn't it work? Duh. But yeah, there is a lot of materials that need to be dug up. There's a lot of questions about why I did that there. I'm getting distracted. Let's see. I need... right. That's what I was doing. I was going down here to fill in this. Now I remember. Okay. I could not quite remember for a little while what I was trying to do, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get down to the basement because there's a lot of material that needs filling in. I just happen to be holding a lot of material. Therefore, I am quite capable and well equipped for filling in all of this section. Yeah. I plan to make use of the various aspects of, of Twitch and YouTube and, all of this live streaming type stuff. But until I get the okay from YouTube, I can't really live stream the content from my phone because I don't have enough subscribers to my channel. I know Minecraft is, probably working with Java and in tightening the whole licensing thing. And Minecraft is, Mojang, that is probably working with YouTube, with Google, to tighten the restrictions on how many people are going to be content creators on YouTube for specifically Minecraft. I think they're working together to try and stop Minecraft, but Minecraft is just so good that people won't stop playing it and they won't stop streaming it. It survived the tightening down and it's still growing in popularity. And they're just well, wow, we can't even we can't kill Minecraft. And Minecraft's you guys are dying? It's what? And then they probably looked at all of their other things that they're developing and realized they're kind of just smothering all of their own brands, because in the process of trying to control Minecraft, they kind of had the tendency to create conditions where their own brand was not actually meeting the qualifications of what it takes to expand. Fortnite, for example. Fortnite used to be super popular, super popular. People would obsess over Fortnite, and it's kind of baffling how obscene the fan base of Fortnite was. It was quite the spectacle. But there is a lot of a lot of things that I have an entire stack on me still. What am I doing running all the way back? There's a lot of things that that Fortnite has going for it that helps Fortnite retain its popularity even to this day. It was really one of the first of its kind where it had a really well-made build and battle type of system where you could just very easily and quickly construct just an instant fortress, basically. That's a really good feature in Fortnite. Minecraft is not as quick or easy to achieve that with, but Minecraft technically can do the same thing. Minecraft just doesn't. And the reason for that is quite simple, quite obvious. Minecraft is more slow-paced. You're not going to have Instamine for everything. Some people will adjust this accordingly, And that's fine, you know. Some servers will make it so that, like, everything's insta-mine, super OP, and it's like, well, you know, where's the fun in that? It's like, well, you can go out and harvest all of your resources really easily, and it's like, well, yeah, but that's half of the game right there, is just making it so that you can harvest your resources easily. That's a part of the game. Like, why are you making it so that's not a part of the game? That's literally a part of Minecraft. Minecraft is about connecting together end-to-end logistics to overcome your problems. You know, if you have a situation where you can't get your minecarts to the village, for example. I'm trying to get these minecarts to the village so that I can very quickly and easily just transport all of the villagers from the village to my base in just one fell swoop. Then, like, how am I going to get all of the people back if I don't go out and actually, gather all of the material, if I don't go and prepare all of the area, if I don't that was Bedrock. I phased through Bedrock. I was being suffocated in Bedrock, and I could not break the gravel to walk out. That was scary. Oh my lord. I'm so happy that was only one thick. If it had been two, I'd have died. In the most unfortunate way. My pickaxe would have survived, but my armor probably not. Can I do this? Let me see. Cool. Okay, now I need to go back. Okay. Put down the minecart, hop in the minecart, pull out the food, eat the food, because I'm hungry. Hop out early because I need to pay a visit to the gravel as well as the stone. And then I need to take this stone and, ooh. Well, I have plenty of smooth stone now, but I need to withdraw some stone. Doot, 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 doot. And I hope that's enough. Okay, that was in fact enough. There is a need to deposit stone over here. And then I need to deposit stone in there. And then I need to withdraw the smooth stone from here. Now, I don't think I need to do anything else up here. Oh, right. I need to retrieve the minecart. Okay. Now, I get to go all the way back down here. And then I get to traverse over to where I have been building out. I'm just filling up to y equals 4 at the moment, because as you can see, I am quite limited on my resources. You know, I've been struggling a little bit because I just need to pass time. And the problem is, I need to pass this time while making sure that all of this stuff is within loaded chunks. But the problem is that this mine is so massively large that the outpost isn't actually exactly in loaded chunks from this distance, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, so that's that problem. It makes it very difficult for me to have a... Let me do this. It makes it very difficult for me to have a meaningful impact on how much progress I'm making, because the amount of progress that I'm making is being limited by the fact that I don't really have the capacity to load everything from that range without putting the villagers at risk when I'm trying to dig towards their base or towards their village. I don't want to put the villagers at risk. I could raise the simulation distance now and then lower it when I start working my way towards the village, but I don't want to forget that setting, you know. And I know that if I do this, I will likely forget, and I don't want to do that. I want to just leave the setting as simulation distance 4, because if I change it, I'll forget that I changed it, and then I won't remember to change it back, and that'll be a problem, and then I'll have no villagers, and I'll need to go and travel to the one that's at like, I think it was at 1,000. It was at like negative 1,000. It's pretty far out there, because it's just kind of, yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere, basically. The worst part is, though, that in addition to it being in the middle of nowhere, it seems to have the issue of it doesn't exactly make things easy. Because you know, there's a bunch of mountains in the way, for starters. That's always fun. You know, what seems to be the problem? Well, there's a mountain in the way. Oh, well, yeah, that'll happen. Did you try going around it? Yeah, I tried that. Oh, how'd that work? It didn't. Oh. You know, it's kind of silly just how much effort goes into traversing just normal travel routes. You know, there is only so much that one person can do. I'm currently at the point where I'm just basically carving, yeah, see, full speed, can't stop me. But I'm basically at the point where I'm just carving the material out of the already existing landscape, you know, because I just don't have the materials to actually build it because they're still back here smelting, you know. I've barely made any progress, and yet I just went out and dropped a stack and a half of smooth stone because I was all the way over there and I wasn't in render range. And it's like, well, you know, it's getting to that point where I'm going to have to expand the render range. But the problem with that is that that's going to definitely tax the system. That's going to that's going to cause my system a lot of lag in the process. And I don't really know what to do about that because I don't want to cause my system to lag, but at the same time, there's not really anything I can do about it. One thing I can do is I can collect a lot of these torches because I did just fill in a bunch of lanterns down here. Yeah, these torches are not necessary anymore because I have the lanterns installed now.